All right, welcome to Chapter 3. Chapter 3 is going to focus on protists and fungi. These are both kingdoms under the eukaryote domain, so keep in mind everything we're talking about in this chapter are eukaryotes, meaning they do have a nuclei in their cells, a nucleus or nuclei, depending on what they are. They can have more than one. Protists are where we're going to start with our first section. This is your introduction video of it. As you can see, we have a nice little picture of all these weird looking structure things. These are actually called diatoms. They are a plant-like protist, and we will be referring to them in later videos as well. But you can see how they come in many different shapes and sizes. In order to be a protist, this is our odds and end category. So we just kind of throw things here that don't fit into the other categories or the other kingdoms. So if it's not a plant or an animal or a fungus, but it's still a eukaryote, it ends up in this category here. Again, eukaryotes do have nuclei or a nucleus in their cells. So all protists are also going to have that. However, protists are going to be living in moist environments. You're not going to find them in dry climates. They need to be around water because they have a hard time maintaining and regulating that. So we are going to find them in moist environments. So here's my picture of my buddies and I backpacking. As you can see, there's a moist environment behind us, and that is a great place to find some protists. In fact, protists are one of the reasons we filter out our water so we don't get sick from them. But they will always live in moist surroundings. Again, they are odds and ends category, so they could be multicellular, they could be single cellular, they could be heterotrophs, they could make their own food as an autotroph, but we know for sure that they are definitely eukaryotes and they live in a moist environment. So real quick, just some examples of some moist environments on where you would find protists, because our world is very much covered in water and therefore we have a lot of moist environments. We put together a little game here, and you can take a minute, pause the video, and go through and decide which one of these environments would you find a protist. Our first one is soil up here. Soil can be moist, therefore we can find protists in it. Protists could just find their way there through various means of transportation, whether it was through the wind carrying them or some other contaminant. But again, they're not just going to spontaneously generate there. Someone will have to bring that into their environments and by some means, whether that's nature or humans or other animals. Over here you have your fish tank. Miss Kaduk has one of these in her room. She probably has some protists in there. In fact, she has a snail in there which helps clean out the protists that form in there. Over here is your standard toilet. Toilet is a moist environment, so yes, we could have protists here as well. Over here is the vast ocean, much water there, very moist, much protists. A lot of protists will appear there. Same with swamps or even on some more aquatic animals or other organisms might have protists living inside them as well. It is very possible that you have protists living inside you. Very, very likely to be there. The moon will not have protists, so keep that in mind. We don't have water on the moon, so therefore there is not a moist environment, and therefore we do not have protists.